and welcome everybody to session 18 of the White March DLC of the first Pillars of Eternity game. We are currently in the Halls of Presence of the Abbey of the Fallen Moon. We were exploring this, and I guess we went somewhere we weren't supposed to, and we started getting attacked by the monks there. I think there is a way to pose as someone who is visiting. I forget the name of the Tidebringer, I think. We can pose as the Tidebringer and get in without a fight, but we did not do that. So hopefully that doesn't come back to bite us. These monks are actually pretty tough to fight, so I'm going to have to see if that's a big problem later on. But let's get going.
All right, then.
Does it say where that goes to? The Reliquary.
A simple test.
Actually, I think the Reliquary, is that where I have to go? Yes, it is. Just go down there. Let's see, do I have...
Not a sound.
Gold rat shoe here. Looks like an important door.
Simple test.
Low tide. Do I know you? This woman drags her fingers on the wall, cringing whenever her cracked nails scratch the stone. An acrid and pungent smell climbs up from the depths of this pit. Is there a better way to do that we don't get attacked by everybody? Because I feel kind of bad killing these people. Whatever, I made the choice, let's stick with the decision. choice.
They got split.
Low-tide monks are no joke, huh? Definitely should have done this earlier.
Leave.
Why that fight took so long to end. Alright. Just some robes. Okay. Gonna take a rest. This is a unique battle axe that Azuro is offering to sell us. Merchants claim that this axe hails from the White That Wends, the foreboding icy homeland of the Pale Elves. It does bear the same qualities of its homeland, for the blade is coated in a perpetual layer of frost and emanates deathly cold. For all that the head of the axe is surprisingly light, making it maneuverable and easier to control after a swing. Yeah, that's where Bjarter's from. It's only 600 CP, so I'm gonna buy that, because why not? Alright.
And what does this flame reveal?
Continue exploring the Halls of Silence.
Who's there?
Okay. This door is sealed shut. I don't think I saved after.
Come for you.
You're not getting through me. Not a sound. Of course.
I can do that. That's settled.
So this is the guy that was wondering who was there. Barentis. Tufts of downy gray hair sprout from the back of this man's scalp like shrubs. His lower lip curls inward, over a row of teeth that appear to have mostly fallen out, and a musty odor hangs about him like a fog.
Is that you, Edith? I thought I'd lost you. I called for you. I wanted to search, but the blizzard lasted days. I'm so sorry.
He extends a hand in a gesture of apology, but then the fingers curl and he draws it back. He squints, as if trying to see you better.
But wait. We did find you. When the thaw finally came, I saw you rigid, frozen. You cannot be Edith. No, we are in the Abbey. Gift bearers. And you must be the Tidebringer.
No, I've come here to find something, a reliquary.
Do I imagine this? How can that be? The Abbey does not receive visitors. I suppose it matters little. The Tidebringer will come one day, and the terrible cycle will continue.
So I wonder if this cycle has to do with those 4 panels out there.
The halls of silence. They take our minds, memory by memory. It would be peaceful, we were told, like going to sleep. Look around you. We, the low tide, who have been sealed down here all these many years, do we seem at peace to you? We are lost, terrified.
What is it that the Tidebringer is meant to do?
The Tidebringer comes to replace the High Abbot. The ritual is called... It is called... The Rising. Yes. We carry so many memories. Tragic or dangerous some. We live above for a time, devoted to Andra.
So, this Tidebringer replaces the High Abbot in the ritual called the Rising, and has something to do with memories. The monks of the low tide that have been attacking us down here had their memories taken from them at some point. They were told that this would happen, but that it would be peaceful, and obviously these people down here are very tormented. They attacked me after the doors opened.
Then we come here to forget it all, wash our souls clean of the memories. When it is done, a Tidebringer is summoned. Those above, the high tide, they become the low tide. It means they are brought here to the halls of silence.
So that's the cycle. High tide to low tide to losing the memories to death.
But not before the old low tide are removed, drowned in a flood, and swept away. The Rising.
And they're killed by drowning. I wonder if they flood these halls down here. Your order attacked me.
Few of us know friend from foe anymore. I may be the only one left who can still speak for us. They are peaceful in their hearts. It is this place. It has confused and agitated them. Please forgive them. No one has asked me in I don't know how long. Who was I? I was the High Abbot, wasn't it?
So he's the one that was replaced by a Tidebringer at some point, and then brought down here. And this order kind of lost their minds down here, which is why they're attacking me. So I wonder if I'm bringing them peace by doing this, or if there's a better way to do it. Find out.
High Abbot. Forentis. That was me. Or the one before me, if not. No longer, though. I am just another brother of the low tide.
How long these cycles last, like how often there's a Tidebringer that comes and the High Abbot is replaced.
I remember a woman. Was she my wife? She had curls in her hair, and she spoke softly. What became of her? I carry so many memories that I took from strangers who wanted to be rid of them. I don't know what's mine anymore.
Since these are Andra monks, they deal with memories. I wonder if that's why they're down here. So they carry these memories down here. And just like the gift bearers who drop things that have certain memories attached to them, they drop them into the ocean for Andra so that things can be forgotten. These monks themselves hold these memories and are thus drowned afterwards.
And there are so many holes. Every image a blur or a void.
This is the extreme of Andra's followers here.
Would that I could be free of this place, free to make new memories, to know who I am.
You did not choose to be here.
Did we? We did. We chose it when we thought it was our duty, and that it would be peaceful. But the more we forget, the less we understand. Every day something familiar becomes strange. If I had known, I'd never have accepted my assignment to the Abbey. Nor would many, I suspect.
What is it you want from me?
There is a relic, an aspergillum, it was called. What was it?
He thinks for a while with a pained expression, his lips mouthing words.
Well, it doesn't matter. It controls the floodwaters, but also the outer floodgates. Andra's Witness! That is the name.
So that's what we're looking for.
It is down here, but I don't recall how to reach it. The High Abbot knows. If you can find out from him, you could set us free. Open the gates. We would leave in peace and finish our lives in dignity.
Are you certain it's wise to release the low tide in this condition?
We are all so old now. There is little damage we could do in this state.
That's not true. They were kind of kicking our butts.
Yeah, I don't know. We had this old fella in Gilded Veil. Looked harmless, couldn't talk, but he'd bite you if you tried to steal his steak when no one was looking.
Once we are free of this place, we will be able to make memories again. The confusion and paranoia will pass.
See what I can do. Prentice nods absently.
Use the door behind me. Safer that way.
Okay, so where's the... It's said to use the door behind me.
I shall be discreet.
But are there going to be people in here who attack us? Oh, Pelagina completed her quest. Let's read that. Though backed by money and spies of two Valiant dukes, Pelagina had difficulty cracking the Glenfathan astronomer's code. Many of the Glenfathans who initially appeared helpful turned out to be saboteurs and believed that outsiders could not be trusted with Glenfathan secrets. A series of ambushes and difficult chases through Air Glenfath eventually brought Pelagina face to face with the great-great-granddaughter of one of the Orlan astronomers who predicted the Lover's Tide. She threatened to destroy the key to translating the cipher, but Pelagina was able to negotiate a limited translation of a key astronomical information. In the end, the Valiant Dukes were disappointed, as they had hoped to learn additional secrets of Glenfathan astronomy. However, even the information Pelagina recovers was fascinating to Valiant astronomers. And we got the Constellated Cloak. This dazzling cloak was a gift from two Valiant Dukes, a reward for your help in recovering lost Glenfathan astronomical knowledge. Looking at the cloak from different angles produces a variety... produces a variety of shimmering colors and creates the illusion that you're gazing into an impossibly deep expanse of space. Gives you plus 12 reflex and dimensional shift, which stuns foes for 5 seconds. Okay. And then let's see what it says in the journal here. Outside the Abbey, there's a mural. Wait. So this mural is starting to come into focus now. This was outside. The mural is quadriptych, and each section is labeled. There's the end, Saman, the flood, Disaman, the ebb, the Dianthu, and the Dianthu is the beginning. And this is, I believe, what Ferentis was just talking about. The beginning goes to the end, which floods, or the beginning goes to the ebb, and then there's the flood, which wipes out the low tide, and then the end of that high abbot's reign. I think that's how it goes anyway, which leads to the beginning of a new reign, which again, the ebb, and the high tide monks become the low tide monks, and the low tide monks are drowned, and it's that kind of never-ending cycle there. So all this is very interestingly parallel with like phases of the moon and how they are related to the water, which is very Andren. So I think it's kind of interesting how all those things kind of tie together. It also says Ferentis wishes for the low tide to be set free. He said it requires a particular relic that lies in the halls of silence and suggested that the High Abbot would know how to reach it. So I want to save this here because if I don't want to have to kill anybody if we don't have to kill. An acrid and pungent smell climbs up from the depths of this pit. I don't know where the abbot would be. Beyond the door you catch glimpses of shapes in the darkness, wails and whispers, faint and erratic echo from within the sealed halls. This door appears to be barred from the inside. It does not budge. Kinda hope we do not have to fight them.
Let's see what lies this way.
So that's how to open that door. No, can't read that. Which now? Beyond the door, you catch glimpses of shapes in the darkness. I read that one already. This door is sealed shut. I wonder if this is where that relic is hidden. And we need to know how to get past it by speaking with the High Monk, High Abbot. Different scenes of ocean shoreline are carved into 4 stone panels arranged almost haphazardly at different heights along a network of rails. Inspect the panels. The panels are affixed to a set of rails that curve and crisscross in patterns that remind you of seaweed. There are 4 depressions in the wall behind the rails in which the panels look like they would fit. The panels show variously a barren shore, a city in flames, a flourishing city, and a tidal wave. So this is the quadriptych, scenes from the quadriptych from before. Arrange the panels. It appears that any panel can be slid into any depression by following the network of rails. Move which panel into the first empty depression. I wonder if we go backwards, like it appears upstairs. Like it starts with the end. Slide the panel of a barren shore, city in flames, flourishing city, tidal wave. So that's the first empty depression. Let's do city in flames. We'll start with the end. You grab the panel and slide it on the rails into the first available opening. Once the panel matches the recesses on the wall, you gently press on it. It slides without resistance and locks into place. So I guess we were right. For that is Tidal Wave. You grab the panel and slide it on the rails into the first available opening. Once the panel matches the recess in the wall, you gently press on it. It slides without resistance and locks into place. Move which panel into the first empty depression. Oh, so the next one would be the Flourishing City. You grab the panel and slide it on the rails into the first available opening, and it slides without resistance. And finally, the Barren Shore, the beginning. You complete the sequence with the last panel, but it will not settle into the final depression. Suddenly, the stone slabs begin to move on their own and revert back to their original positions. So I guess we were wrong. I wonder if we have to start with the beginning then. Let's try this one more time. Start with a... Let's just try the opposite direction now, and if that doesn't work, I'll head back out and look at the quadriptych again. So start with the Barren Shore. Move to the Flourishing City. Go to the Tidal Wave. And then the City in Flames. Oh, sounds like it opened. Oh no, it went back. Okay, so I was wrong there. Let's see. Outside the Abbey, there's a mural that depicts there is on through the end, Saman the flood, Disaman the ebb, and Dion through the beginning. I have to go look at the pictures outside. A turbulent murmur echoes faintly from the depths of this chasm. Okay, so let's head here. Then we'll head out. You check the order on this quadriptych with the pictures because I feel like in my mind I was putting them in the correct order, either frontwards or backwards. But maybe I'm getting like which picture matches which word, which phase. So 4 panels seem to be arranged in a story of some kind, so I'll inspect the mural. The first panel, and this is the City in Flames, so that's the end. So I think I did that. The next panel is the flood, so I think I did that. The next panel is the ebb. Okay, so the ebb is the barren one. And the Flourishing City is the beginning. Got it. That's what I was wrong. Heading here. So it would be flames, blood, barren, and then the thriving city, flourishing city. All right, let's give it a try. So first is the fire. Next is the wave. Next is the barren shore. Next is the flourishing city. The remaining panels retract and lock into place. Behind the heavy stones, there's a metallic groan, and then a steady whir. A small tile about waist high slides back. Beneath, there is a carving. It shows an image of an ocean wave curled around a crescent moon. Found a strange set of mechanical panels before a chasm in the halls of silence. Despite having arranged them in the proper order, it seems there's something else I need in order to complete the sequence and trigger whatever mechanism it governs. Alright, so that must be why we need to speak with the High Abbot. Or, the way this has been going, murder the High Abbot, or something.
You're not...
This ends here.
You're not getting through me.
That's it!
I wonder why sometimes these battles are much more difficult. What's happening to me in those battles? Oh. Giant skeleton's hip. Oh, so this is the hip from the outside. Still don't know what that's a skeleton of.
I shall be quiet as a calm sea, which is not very quiet.
The massive coppery bones encased under the ice seem to be part of the hips of a giant skeleton. How'd this guy get in here? Where do these guys come from? They must warp in or something. Maybe that's one of their monk moves. Monks left. Ah. Okay, so this is the Twin Sting Soulbound crossbow that Bjarter's been using. So I'm going to read the whole story now. Twin Sting is a crossbow with an unusual design. It is built to fire 2 bolts before requiring a reload. Few are the practical uses of such weapon that would be worth the trade-off of the extra weight. This item, however, was built to fulfill a very particular need. Local chapters of the Guild of the Poisoned Scale, a group of fanatical Woodican assassins who believe the world is safest when no single entity wields too much power, spread from the Edir to Deerwood in the years before the Deerwooden Revolution, and have continued to operate there since. The Guild of the Poisoned Scale. Fanatical Woodican assassins. Okay. Darden Guthrock failed his first assignment as a member of the new Hamar branch of the Poisoned Scale. It was not for lack of skill, but rather lack of contingency planning that his attack was spoiled. He tracked an ascendant young noble to his lover's abode and waited all night from a rooftop across the road. His crossbow trained on the door. When the noble emerged the next morning, Guthrock's poisoned blade struck him just above the heart. However, the noble was a man of some girth, and the dose of poison was too sparing. The man ran through the streets of New Hamar screaming and waking up half the city, including an apothecary who quickly administered an antidote before the poison had taken full effect. Such was the embarrassment to the Poisoned Scale that Guthrock was nearly cast out. But the leadership knew that Guthrock's promise was great. They had built for him a custom crossbow capable of firing 2 bolts with a single shot, that he might never make the same mistake twice. Okay. And I feel like there was a sword that I wanted to give him too. Did I equip that? Yes, I did. I'm going to bind it to him. Wait, just want to make sure. Yes, it works for a cipher. And I need to kill 5 enemies with steadfast, with critical hits, to unlock the next level. I'm going to equip that. How's Durance's weapon coming? Man, still waiting for the first level for that one.
Slow and silent.
A thin layer of frost sparkles over the store of bread and cabbages.
All right, then.
See where this door goes? Ramparts of the Abbey. That's on... Actually, ramparts. Would that be on top? I'll have to see. Because I want to see the rest of that skeleton. Still have some up here. Wave-crested key. This key, its handle resembling the crest of a wave, was cut from a deep blue crystal. I wonder if that's one of the doors we unlocked before. Stew. Like we got everything over here. Is there something down here, or is that just the edge of the wall?
A simple test. That's settled.
Okay, and then this staircase goes to the Halls of Presence. That also. So those are 2 separate sides of the Halls of Presence. Let's go to the ramparts first. Okay, so I have been here before. Was hoping that was up here, but it didn't make any sense if it was. So we have the 2 entrances to the Halls of Presence. Oh, 3 entrances to the Halls of Presence. Let's head back in this way. We're going to be in for some fights up here. Okay, so this is where we were before. That's where we went down to the Halls of Silence. Okay. Says the wave-crested key was a quest thing. I wonder if that just means because I need to unlock a door to get somewhere, or... Kind of strange. It seems there's something else I need in order to... Is that the... Sorry, gonna go back. I wonder if that's the thing that I needed for that. Somehow I doubt it. I'll check anyway. If it's not right, then I'll just cut right back to here. So that key was not what I needed to open that door, so still gotta explore here. I feel like these title fists are really tough, so... Why isn't the archer's focus going out? That's weird. Why did that take so long?
Good shot.
These title fists.
Join arms! Join arms!
How bad?
Leave it!
I'm on the trail.
So it seemed like that crossbow I was using with Bjarto is actually better for his focus.
Of course.
Probably because it shot 2 bolts at the same time. This goes back out to the ramparts. Pretty beautiful area here. Of course. Yeah, for some reason I am not gaining the same focus with this sword as I was with the crossbow. Let's fight this guy here.
That's not.
Alright, let's take a rest. Not looking so good.
Of course.
And what does the flame reveal?
Some more stew. Andrate Quarters Key. I'm gonna remember that that's there. Like the experience with picking locks.
Settled.
Despite the warmth of the nearby fires, a thin layer of frost clings to this store of supplies.
Let's see what lies this way.
See now what the flame has shown us?
How many traps do we have? Just the one. Andre quarters key, another one.
A simple test. That's settled.
There's the High Abbot. Do the rest here. So the High Abbot is green, but everyone else is red. Say there's no monks here, and then one comes running out. Oh, this is a named gift bearer, Biasha.
Leave it to me!
So this is Biasha, but she doesn't have anything unique or anything like that. So I wonder who that was.
I shall be quiet as a calm sea, which is not very quiet.
Of course.
A thin film of iridescent dust floats on the calm surface of the waters, obscuring its depths. That's very pretty looking. A massive crystal, its jagged edges iridescent with an unearthly glow, pierces through the dome. Mosaics and tiles have been carefully arranged around the strange rock. I wonder what that is. It's not Adra, that's crystal.
Leave it to me!
I shall be quiet as a calm sea, which is not very quiet.
That's cool. The craftsmanship that gave form to the statue appears too skilled and refined to come from mere mortal hands. Like a kraken, or maybe just a huge octopus breaking a ship in half. I feel like I'm missing what that depicts. I feel like we've read about something like that. That's to the reliquary in the halls of silence. Huh. For some reason I thought we took that door to the reliquary before, but apparently that was to the halls of silence. Oh, this goes up to the reliquary. But we know where the monk is now, the High Abbot, I mean, so... Let's see what that's all about. I'm sure we're in for a fight there. I think that's a tough fight, too.
And the fire shows me something new.
This is interesting. This looks like maybe a room where all the gifts from the gift bearers go.
I can do that. That's settled.
A unique cudgel. Saint Weigelt's cudgel. A strictly devoted follower of Woodica, Weigelt was haunted by dreams of criminals committing horrific acts of violence only to escape punishment or receive one that was unduly light. She came to believe Woodica was speaking to her through these dreams, demanding these people receive justice. Weigelt found these criminals in hideouts and homes, and very often in jail, serving inadequate sentences. She would steal into these places, which were frequently under a heavy guard, find her way to the criminal, and pronounce the judgment of Woodica. Her incredible knack for reaching these places were in some instances later declared as miracles when she was canonized. If the criminal was lucky, it would only mean disfigurement, but most were executed on the spot with Weigelt's cudgel. Eventually, Weigelt's reputation spread too far, and many criminals that feared her began to set traps and issue bounties. When she was finally caught, she was clubbed to death with her own weapon. It is said that with her final words, she declared that she was a murderer and that she deserved this fate. St. Weigelt's cudgel is a simple spiked club with a leather-wrapped handle. The wood itself is irreversibly stained reddish-brown with the blood of criminals. So that seems like the natural way then for a Woodican follower to go, by saying that because she carried out her own sentences on criminals, she also was a criminal and therefore deserved to die. Gwyn's Band of Union. Gwyn was a young woman from Forked Vale who was engaged to be married to a farmer from her village. Her parents were thrilled about the match, yet as the day of her wedding drew near, Gwyn suffered from horrible nightmares that she was suffocating. She would awaken, gasping for breath. But otherwise unable to move. She told her parents about the nightmares and the horrible weight that seemed to press on her shoulders more and more each passing day. They assured her that the nerves would pass, but they didn't. On the morning of her wedding day, when the sky was still gray and heavy mist hung over the fields, Gwyn snuck away. She thought a long walk might calm her, but the further she got from Forked Vale, the better she felt. By the time she reached Pearlwood Bluffs, she realized that she had no intention of going back. She spent the night in the little roadside inn on the charity of the owner, and after a hot dinner and a good mug of ale, she enjoyed the best sleep she'd had in months. When she awoke, her hostess pointed her to Defiance Bay. She reached the city and quickly found the port. She had nothing of value besides a betrothal ring, which she traded for passage to Edir. So it kind of makes sense that these things are unique like this, because they are things that have memories attached to them, which are things that the gift bearers would drop into the ocean, although they ended up here. So I wonder if this is to be dropped in the ocean, or if this is maybe where some things end up. I'm not sure about that. Like a living prison, thick arms and coral have grown around an assortment of old weathered relics. Okay, so I think we're going to save our confrontation with Kyoto for the next session, because we're running up to an hour right now. I don't want to go over that. So thank you as always for joining me. We continue our exploration of the Abbey of the Fallen Moon today. Learned of the low tide monks and of the cycle that these monks go through from high tide to low tide to drowned. And we are going to begin next session, which will be session 19, with confrontation with Kyoto, the High Abbot, who was supposed to be replaced by the Tidebringer, who we could have posed as, but we kind of lost our opportunity to do that. So again, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you will join me again for session 19, and I will see you then. Bye, everybody.